नमस्ते, हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया। I am JVN Dr. Anamika Aherwal, Associate Professor in the Department of Science and Technology at Jayoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. Today, I am going to take the lecture on the subject name Data Warehousing and Data Mining. The topic of today's session is Decision Tree. These are the following heads which I have covered during this session. First is introduction of decision tree, types of decision tree, implementing decision tree algorithm, building a tree, prediction, and lastly assumptions. Now come to the introduction of decision trees. In general, decision tree analysis is a predictive modeling tool that can be applied across many areas. Okay, so decision tree can be constructed by an algorithmic approach that can split the data set in different ways, which is based on different conditions. Okay, so decisions tree are the, you can say, most powerful algorithm that falls under the category of supervised learning, because as I told you in my previous video, supervised and unsupervised learning, here decision tree is worked on the supervised learning because there are conditions which we have applied on the data set. Then only you can you can take you can take the result or through that process whether it should be it should be processed or not. Okay, so this decision tree basically used for both classification and regression task. Okay, so and the as I told you in decision in data mining, this is also a task of the data mining, classification and regression. Okay, so these are the there are two main entries of a tree: decision nodes, and the second one is outcome. The decision nodes where the data is split and leaves where we got outcome, and the example of a binary tree for predicting whether a person is fit or unfit, providing various information like age, eating habits and exercise habits is given below in this graph as shown in the slide. Okay, here you can see this is a person. Okay, so this eats lots of fast and this exercise regularly. So if this person exercises regularly, if we take the decision no, then it will come into the outcome of the fit. If we exercise do regularly, then it can be called as a fit person, or otherwise it is unfit. Same for here, eats lots of fast, and if yes, then it is unfit. Okay, if no, then we call it as a fit, or we can tell this is the in the fit category. Okay, so in the above decision, this is a decision tree whether we go for this or whether we go for this. So the question is decision tree nodes and final outcome are leaves. Final outcome you can see here, leaves. You have already learned about nodes, leaves, parents, childs. Okay, so basically these are the leaf nodes, right? Now come to the classification of decision tree. In the we have basically two types of decision trees. First is a classification decision tree, second is the regression decision tree. In classification regression tree, it is a kind of decision tree in which the decision variable is categorical, right? So the above decision tree is an example of classification decision tree because there because see this, because there we check whether the person is fit or unfit. We have divided into two categories: eats lots of fast and exercise regularly. So after go through these two categories, we can analyze, we can judge that this person is in the fit category or unfit category, right? And the second one is regression decision tree. In this kind of decision tree, the decision variable is continuous. Now implementing decision tree algorithm. There are basically, you can say, two steps. First is Gini index and the split criterion. So in the Gini index, it is the name of the cost function that is used to evaluate the binary splits in the data sets and works with the categorical target variable success or failure. Okay. And second is, the higher the value of Gini index, higher the homogeneity. A perfect Gini index value is 0 and worst is 0.5. For two stands problem, Gini index is an split can be calculated with the help of the following steps. And what are those steps? These are: calculate, first you have to calculate Gini index for subnodes by using the formula P square power of 2 plus Q power of 2, which is the sum of the square of probability for success and failure. So here we find the probability of success and failure, you can say. And then next is to calculate Gini index for a split using weighted Gini index, Gini score of each node of that split. And the classification and regression tree, that is CART algorithm, uses Gini method to generate binary splits. Now another one is the split criterion. A split is basically including an attribute in the data set and a value. We can create a split in data set with the help of following three parts. And what are those three parts? First part is calculating Gini score, second is splitting a data set, third is evaluating a data set, evaluating all splits. Okay, so first is split criterion. In this first calculating Gini index, second splitting a data set, or third is evaluating evaluating all splits. So in first part we have just discussed this part in the previous section. Okay, so how to calculate Gini index? We can calculate through Gini index by this. Okay, so this is the formula you can see here. Now in the part 2 you have to split a data set. Okay, so it may be defined as separating a data set into two lists of rows having index of an attribute and a split value of that attribute. Okay, so after giving the two groups, right and left, from the data set, we can calculate the value of split by splitting split by using Gini score, which is calculated in first part. Okay, so you have to calculate Gini index from the first part by that formula. Split value will decide in which group the attribute will establish. Okay, so there is not a big problem. In the part third, evaluating all parts. Next part after finding Gini score and splitting data set in the evaluation of all splits. For this purpose, first we must check every value associated with each attribute. as a candidate split, then we know we need to find the um, best possibility split by evaluating the cost of the splitting. So the best split will be used as a node in the decision tree, right? Now comes to the building a tree. How to build a tree? As we know that a tree has root node and terminal node, right? So after creating the root node, we can build the tree by following two parts. First part, terminology, node creation, and the second is recursive splitting. Now in the first part, that is terminal node creation, while creating terminal nodes of decision tree, one important point is to decide whether to decide when to stop going tree or creating further terminal nodes. It can be done by using two criteria, namely maximum tree depth and namely uh, uh, minimum code and minimum node records as follows. Like first is the maximum tree depth and the second is the minimum node record. In maximum tree depth, as the name suggests, this is the maximum number of nodes in the tree after root node. We must stop adding terminal node once a tree reached at maximum depth. That is when a tree got maximum number of terminal nodes, right? So in the maximum node records, minimum node records, it may be defined as the minimum number of training patterns that a given node is responsible for. We must stop adding terminal nodes once tree reached at these minimum nodes record or below this minimum. Okay, so the terminal node is used to make a final prediction, because there you have to stop to build the tree. Now the part 2, in this we have to do recursive splitting, as we understood about when to create terminal nodes, and now we can start building our tree. Recursive splitting is a method to build the tree. In this method, once a node is created, right, so we can create the child nodes add to the existing node. Okay, so recursively each group of data generated by splitting the data set by calling the same function again and again. Now come to the prediction. After building a decision tree, we need to make a prediction about it. Okay, so in simple you can say after doing every task we did, or you can say we do predictions. Okay, so basically prediction involves navigating the decision tree with the specifically provided row of data. So we can make a prediction with the help of recursive function as did above. The same prediction routine is called again when the left or right child nodes. Okay. Now come to the assumptions. The following are some of the assumptions we make while creating decision tree. And what are these assumptions? These are, first is, while preparing decision trees, the training sets is the root set. Decision tree classifier prefers the feature values to be categorical. In the case you must if you want to use continuous values, then they must be done discretized prior to model building, right? So this is based on the attributes value. Basically the records are recursively distributed, because when maximum number of leaf nodes are found, then we have to stop to build that tree. Okay, so statistical approach will be used to place attributes at any node position, that is as root node or internal node. Now this is all about decision tree. This is question for the practice. Explain the implementation steps of decision tree. Thank you. This session powered by Digital Version 2.0, Jayoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. Hope you were satisfied with my digital session. If you have any query, please mention in comment box. I will resolve it. Thank you.